Welcome to the first episode of Wild Meat Hunter NZ. We're in the heart of the central North Island area in the beautiful national park. Been invited onto a private farm to go hunting today, and we're going to head out and try and get a meat animal this morning. We've had a bit of a late start. It's 9:40, so not the normal timing that we'd normally get out, but the farm manager said that there's a few deer around, so hopefully we can put one on the deck. So we're just going to pack up. We're going to head up into this valley up behind me here and sit up there and try and glass a couple of deer feeding out this morning, so fingers crossed. When we arrived at our spot, it was a beautiful day, bluebird day. However, being in the central North Island, she was still cold and had a bit of frost on the grass. Some of the creeks and some of the puddles were still iced over, so we knew that there were going to be some deer or some animals that were going to feed out onto these grass open lands very shortly. Within an hour or so of us sidling round, we were able to pick up some deer, and we were able to see that the sun was starting to come out onto some of the faces where we knew some deer would eventually show themselves. And we got to the first gate, and unexpectedly a small yearling spiker, a fallow, started to make his way towards us, caught us off guard, and we were sort of didn't know really what to do. So I managed to get through the gate, get a good rest, and for whatever reason my rifle just clicked and wouldn't fire, whether it be a hunter's error or a manufacturer error, I'm not quite sure, but lucky enough we were able to continue on with our hunt, and we were able to see much more scenery, and we were able to identify many more deer in short succession. After the disappointment of letting that fellow spiker go, we were able to pick up a group of 4 hinds on the far face, and we set about our work to try and close the gap to hopefully put one on the deck. We came up with a pretty good plan and decided to head down into a little gully and come up the other side to get a rest, or at least get a good shooting spot on top of a ridgeline. So we had to make a very quick decision, and I was able to get a shot off and put one of the yearling spikers on the deck. The footage doesn't quite show the shot of the deer, but we were able to secure some meat to take home, which is the main priority.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
Yeah, but I jumped a mile.
So I knew as soon as I took the shot, the deer went down, and I could see it rolling down the hill, so I knew it was going to be a fairly easy retrieval. However, when I got over there, it was a little bit harder than what I first anticipated. It probably took me about 10-15 minutes to actually locate the deer, as it was tucked up in some gnarly little bush, and there was no blood trail for me to follow from where I first thought the bullet had gone through. After a while, we managed to locate it, and then we set about our work trying to process the deer and take it out whole.
Well, that was a cool little hunt. Managed to top over a little yearling hind, which is awesome, so we'll be able to process that and should be able to get most of the meat out. Might even carry the whole thing out whole, because we should be able to get a vehicle right to feel fairly close to the spot. So just a bugger that we couldn't get set up in time for the shot, but still managed to get one, so that's all good. Get it back to the ute and have a cup of tea, and then see if we can maybe knock over another one. We might be a little bit more picky this time around and see if we can maybe go for something that's got a little bit more antler on top. But good start to the day. Only an hour 20 into our hunt, and we've managed to knock something over, which is good. Just got the new Tatonka 7510 pack on today, and man, what an awesome little pack. Really comfy, got plenty of storage, so if I can't take out this deer hole, certainly got enough room to load the pack up with plenty of meat. So beauty with hunting these private farms is that we're a little bit sport for choice, really. Seen 12 or so deer this morning, and we were able to pick our way to these 4 and almost get set up for an awesome shot, but wasn't quite to be. So hi guys, Billy Tossi here, Wild Meat Hunter NZ. We're about to start our cooking stage of our hunting, fishing and diving show, and we're here at a mate's house, Cam Marshall. We're in his kitchen and we're going to whip up some delicious venison recipes this evening. It's Cam's birthday, so what better way to celebrate than to get a few of the lads around. We're going to have a few beers and we're going to try some of these amazing venison recipes. So from that beautiful little yearling stag that we were able to put down, we've brought it back, we've processed it, and we've got 3 different cuts here that we're going to utilize in this cooking show this evening. We've got the famous and probably one of the most favorite cuts of meat, which is the back steak. So we're just going to utilize that by just frying that, slicing it, and seasoning that with salt and pepper. We've got some mincemeat, which we're going to use to make some venison nachos with some spicy salsa and some sour cream as well. And then in this bowl here, we've got some beautiful diced meat, which has been marinating in sort of an Asian style marinade. We're going to grill those, put them on skewers, and then I'm going to make a really nice peanut dipping sauce to go with that. So next stage, while Cam's beautifully searing that back steak on the skillet, I'm going to prepare the peanut satay dipping sauce for our little diced venison marinated cubes. So just going to saute some onions in the pan and then bring it all together with using the Fix and Fog crunchy peanut butter. So just with the onions and the garlic, you just want to fry the onions off and saute them until they sort of go that translucent colour. And then once they get to that stage, then we're going to add the peanut butter, the water, the sugar, and then take it off the heat and finish it with the soya sauce. And that will be the makeup of our peanut butter dipping sauce. So we're just about there with the onions. So what we can do is we can add 3 tablespoons of the peanut butter, add 1/4 cup of the water, and then just slowly mix that through until it sort of becomes quite smooth, and just bring that to the boil. So we're just going to take this off the heat, and we're going to add our soy sauce, so just a tablespoon worth of soy sauce, and then just a squeeze of lemon juice as well. And that pretty much is our satay peanut butter dipping sauce. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Right, so we'll get that in a little bowl. Start cooking our little venison diced marinated pieces. Now one of these, I guess 2 of these cuts of meat, the mince and the diced venison, are probably some of the cuts that don't get used often. Gets put to the back of the freezer and we generally eat the steak first, but I guess these 2 recipes will just show you some variety on how to cook these types of cuts and obviously prepare them in a unique way. So so we're going to get Cam on the skillet again, and we're going to get him to start frying off these diced venison pieces. Once we've got this onion sauteed and the garlic, we're going to add our mince in. Then we're going to add a bit of spice mix and bring it all together with a bit of salsa as well. So this dish here is going to punch a bit of heat, but I think all Mexican dishes need a bit of heat, and obviously the balance of that will be the sour cream and the guacamole, which we'll throw on top as well. So like a bit of spice?
Love it.
Good.
Love the spice.
Good. Probably at this stage we've got things under control. Awesome having Cam in the kitchen helping me out for this. So we're probably, I reckon, beer o'clock. Cam?
Sounds good, mate.
So we'll probably get stuck into a mower. So we've just got nacho chips. We've got some spicy Mexican salsa, so we'll pour that over. We've also got a chipotle dipping sauce, and we thought we'd share that with the peanut satay sauce as well. So we've got a bit of variety there for the little venison cubes. A little bit of lemon to squeeze over top, and we are just about there. Got our dipping sauce sorted, so that little dish there is done. We've got our back steaks. They've been beautifully cooked. They've been resting for about 5-10 minutes, so we're just going to slice those open. Cam's working on our venison mince for our nachos. He's just adding a bit of spice, a bit of diced tomatoes and a bit of refried beans, and then we'll put it all together with the nachos and then all the other ingredients on top. So I'm going to slice the venison now. And with the venison back steak, obviously you want it medium rare or on the rare side. You can't have venison back steak, in my opinion, medium or well done. So you want to cook it sort of that rare side. But that looks really good. That to me, back steak is perfect. Pink in the middle, little char out on the outside, and then just to finish it off, nothing special, just a bit of good quality rock salt and pepper. So we'll just crack that over the top, bit of pepper, and give that a bit of a taste. So there you have it, 3 dishes that we've whipped up in pretty short time really. It hasn't taken us a lot of time to be able to put these 3 really tasty recipes together. We've got our nachos with our venison mince with plenty of spice in there. We've got our classic back steak, which I know all hunters out there love. Keep it simple with a back steak, grill it, slice it, bit of salt and pepper on top, that's all it needs. And then we've got our marinated venison pieces with our peanut satay dipping sauce and also our chipotle dipping sauce as well. So hope you've enjoyed this cooking session. I've enjoyed it. Thanks for helping out, mate.
No worries, mate.
Happy birthday.
Cheers, mate.
And cheers until the next show.
When you're out hunting, on the water fishing, or in the water diving, you need quality gear. That's why we have partnered with these amazing brands and sponsors so we can do what we love, which is hunting, fishing and diving.